There are two activities that are sort of relevant to marketing. The first one is the easy one. That is sending the newsletter, perhaps monthly, to your mailing list. Everybody on your mailing list must have a compliant consent in place. So they must have opted in, and it must be a separate opt-in, distinct from the other processing activities that you carry out. The second activity is a little bit more complex. This covers the sort of targeted promotional emails that you send perhaps to a specific category of data subjects. So for that, there are two processing activities taking place. The first one, the easy one, is sending the email itself. So that's based on consent. But the second one is building the profile of the people to whom you're going to send that email. So if you think about your standard sort of e-commerce platform, they will track the activities and the way that you interact with their platform. So they'll look at the products that you perhaps you add to your basket that you want to buy, and then a couple of days later they'll probably send you a targeted email suggesting similar products that you might be interested in. The processing activity there is legitimate interest, and there are three limbs to that. The first one is that the activity is in the best interest of the company carrying it out. The second one is it's not surprising to the data subject. And the third one, it doesn't harm the data subject. Now that harm test is quite subtle. Best example I can think of would be headhunters. So we as a law firm obviously will deal with data protection and compliance. If a headhunter sends me an unsolicited email telling me about a fantastic candidate they've got who's a data protection expert, legitimate interest is probably sufficient as a processing activity. It's useful to me, it's relevant. However, if I receive an email from a headhunter telling me about a fantastic criminal solicitor, that is not of relevance to me. Don't do criminal law, not of interest to me. It therefore, from a GDPR perspective, harms me, and so legitimate interest isn't relevant.